Peel's on the T side. Rez pulling out some utility. Especially after the stress of losing that match of Overpass. Will they be ready to begin on Inferno? The time is now. 5 USPs and sets of Kevlar for Outsiders. Jump Peak and Fame will see a few. Brolan is in position on Banana though, where Flip will be spotting. Outsiders expectant of A. 4 players waiting, 2 on long.
Silent up into the apartments for Alexi. No one here to hear him anyway. Outsiders and NiP head-to-head in the Hall of Heroes. One of them will not be getting their name on the sheet. There is a Brolan with the P250. Looking for action, and look at the response. Outsiders are all drawn away from A.
This would be a miracle with a USP to stop a push here.
Yeah.
You'd often expect to see a 5-7 or the Julies in this position, just for the extra bullets. Well,
definitely heard that drop down.
Absolutely did. There is a flash here as well.
I think Fame realizes he's got to play retake. You can't really hold the site alone, especially not at that close angle. And that means he'll allow them onto the bomb site.
Bursting out of the balcony position now. Had to keep an eye on a potential play from long as well, but didn't have the right timing. With all the players coming out of the balcony, a free kill in the side of the head. Outsiders out of position. But the utility has come and gone. No kit for them, so the urgency is high. But they're close to the site. All 4 players on long at present. Brolan can stand up and look over the wall, help his teammates as necessary. And just like that, Outsiders are like, nah. Well, if it's going to be a forced buy in the next round, they've got a lot of Kevlar. They're saving themselves some money. You have to respect it. They do choose efficiency at all times, Outsiders.
Listen, this could be a sign of rounds to come here. As Yanko was saying, over on the desk, Outsiders are a team who like to commit to these stacks fairly frequently, and when they get them wrong, they're pretty happy just to save. I didn't really think we'd see it in the pistol, to be honest, but we have. As Rez looked like he was changing the page on his notes there, making sure he is fully up to speed with what the hell is going on.
Brolan's the only person with Kevlar who managed to dodge the explosion. So, without the kill bonuses, and having to spend $1,000 to buy helmets, there'll be less AKs than there might otherwise have been. That might be something for Outsiders. Oh, and a lovely chunky grenade up towards top Banana. So indeed it is a force buy. Outsiders lost 1 player and started thinking about round 2. Always an interesting team, definitely on their own path in terms of decision making in this game. 2 rifles and an SMG for Outsiders. In terms of delaying, after these smokes, they have 1 more in the hole in the hands of Fame, who's in the pit. NiP with a good take of top mid. There are 2 MAC-10s, so they could send one up towards B to find out what's happening there. Currently, though, they're moving into a stack, including a crossfire with 2 people, not just 1, but 2, on the bomb site. So if they take 1 down, will they check properly for the second? If Flit's the initial engager here, will they be checking for Jame as well? Kika's the one to drop. Still 2 on the site. Flit just waiting, moving through the smoke now, and that means variance. This is a calamity for Ninjas in Pajamas. Only 1 for Alexi B towards the end, moving info, and they experience pain immediately.
Outsiders live by the stack and die by the stack on those bomb sites. The pistol was an example of how it can go horribly wrong for you. The second round's an example of how it can be oh so sweet if you get the right read. And as is so often the case, if you win this second round, as CTs, it puts the Ts in a really bad position. They'll normally have to go for a buy that's really not great. And then their economy can get reset. And you can already see a little bit of frustration there from Brolan.
Yeah, he knows how ridiculous it is to lose a round like that, in a fashion like that. No Molotovs or smokes really to to clear any potential crossfires there. Just walking to their doom. Not investing a MAC-10 to poke a little bit towards the B bomb site. Seems they may have telegraphed their intentions enough with the utility towards top mid. Maybe a few months down the line, things will be a little tighter with the roster. But they still need to find a way to make things work right now. Otherwise, the line comes to an end, the run goes to an end. It's off to the airports. If you're going to have a disaster, better it happens in round 2 than round 28.
I thought you were about to say better that it happens on the server than in the airport. And I was like, well,
wow,
that's morbid.
that
goodness.
Too. But, you know, put a positive spin on it.
Sure.
Refocus the squad.
You still got good utility in this round. You can still run some of your strats. Maybe you can still bounce back in this one. Smoke was just put up towards A long. James nade, not as good as it could have been. Not a stack this time from Outsiders, but still a pretty good rotation towards this A bomb site. Chiron spots the gap. Fame up above, makes it a double kill. Eventually, Hetrick finds a single frag, and he does double up. But the P250 can only do so much. Man, that MAC-10 initial hold from Fame, so clean with that second kill. Comfortable for Outsiders.
Yeah, it is. It's very early, but I have cause for concern on this T side for Ninjas in Pajamas. I have cause for concern. Eco territory for them. They can use this to talk about the buy round. They've got to tighten things up quickly here. Money-making opportunity for Outsiders. Fame with $50 right now. Ooh. Smell you later, Brolan. No Kevlar for him. Did survive the HE though. Again, it can do 101 in 2 hits if it collides with you and explodes, but the Molotov will do the rest. Very dry round for Ninjas in Pajamas. And the landscape has felt arid for a while. From Overpass to Inferno, life is not looking good, even with these few rounds on the board. Just the nature of that second round win from Outsiders does make you wonder. They need to show us something now as they head towards the buy round.
It's also just a lot of money for Outsiders. You're not going to break them if you beat them just a single time. That makes them a lot more comfortable, especially considering they are a team who sometimes like to take a few risks with those CT stacks. If you've got money in the bank, you can definitely do that a little more easily. 3-man banana stack for Outsiders. 3 rifle players in position. And the nades exchanged mean that NiP aren't comfortable taking top banana. Meanwhile, Rez working over towards the apartments in tandem with Config. I think once those banana smokes fade, NiP should have no trouble getting that map control. But again, this is what Outsiders often like to do on their CT side. They are very happy, very comfortable, sitting back and relying on the site holds, relying on the crossfires. And NiP have used so much of their utility on initial map control. Yes, you still have a couple of smokes, but no mollies to clear positions, and just the one flash for them to try and take one of these bomb sites.
Meanwhile, Outsiders have 4 smokes remaining with almost 45 seconds on the clock. Holding on to their util. Forced from their positions, though. But again, they could be delayed here, NiP. They could be forced into an even rougher situation. Smoke in the library. James is trying to watch for any feet now. 31 seconds on the clock. NiP still creeping, quietly edging towards the bomb site. Soon those smokes will be gone. And they're going into a crossfire again. Might even be a triangle kicker emerging now. Down he goes.
Wow. 2
players remain, but there is James. Does the bomb get planted? 13 seconds. He's got such a strong angle as well. Flit now, the last man, coming in from long. So difficult for NiP to get into this spot, but they have to work together and trade frag. They don't know where he's coming from. Who's holding the angle? Moving through with the Galil. There's the first one. What's his read of the second? Headtrick waiting, full health versus Blitz. Delivers a much-needed round, expensive but successful.
Headtrick's been on point all series long, and that's not even with the AWP. That's the rifle coming out from Headtrick. The desk was saying, we want to see Config, Brolan, Rez, these riflers step up. It's Headtrick's rifle who gets some incredible entries here. Look at this turnaround. Boom. Instantly gets Kicker out of there, despite Kicker having a strong position to assist. And Headtrick not only has to open up the round, he has to close it. And look at the response from NiP. A release after they pick up their second round win.
It already feels like we're deep into Inferno, if you're looking at it from the NiP perspective.
Second timeout from Outsiders. We're only 5 rounds in, lads.
Yeah, their money's been broken. They'll get the M4s out. They'll be lacking a few grenades here and there. We'll see what James chooses to do. His money's not too broken. It's still a very, very dangerous round. Every round is dangerous, though, for NiP. We have learned that. Okay, AWP's there. Their money's not broken at all.
Yeah, they're fine. It's actually NiP who have the weaknesses. So I think Outsiders just realizing how important these early rounds can be in a half to get that economy going. Making sure that they know exactly what they want in this one. That was an opportunity for Jane, but look at the pace up towards A from NiP.
Very fast indeed. We've had such slow, pokey rounds. This could be exactly what the doctor ordered. Ooh, opening things up now. Alexi B changing the space. Don't give them time to respond, surely. Config with a very important frag. The CT smoke on long. Just trying to calm things down and disengage. I think they needed that just to wake up. Outsiders will hold on to the rest of their broken buy of 4 rifles and an AWP. I've had 6 shots of coffee. Maybe I needed 10.
That's a dangerous game, James. You can just keep on increasing that number.
Yeah. Let's keep going until the brain functions properly.
What a call from NiP. I love that round. Alexi's just so quick up long.
I'm really happy to see a fast round from them. They've been edging forward again, draining their utility before they get to the site. Same was true on Overpass as well. Outsiders put them into very difficult spots when it was time to try and breach a bomb site. They were never comfortable. It was a nice one to throw into the mix. Good confidence boost as well. You can hear the war cry there from Alexi B.
Yeah, and you see the timing of the smokes and the nades are really important here for Alexi. That smoke lands, then that second smoke lands, and more importantly, he can beat the incendiary because that utility is so quick. And definitely deserves credit for the transfer of that MAC-10 to get that initial entry onto the site. That makes it so much easier for everyone else to follow up. Big round from NiP.
More tests coming their way, though, from Outsiders. 3 starting on B for Outsiders. An exchange of grenades. Well, that could be a meaty one. Land on Alexi B's head. Roland has an angle, though. So they've won the fight for now. We'll see if Kikat posts up for a flashbang play. Flip will be the close-range rifle support. And there's the flashbang lined up as well. With his teammates ahead of him, he can hide behind the coffins. Now, how long do they hold this for? They are playing extremely defensively on the A-bomb site in the meantime. Great shot from Brolan, almost 2 for him. They know James on the B-bomb site. They know the flash was there as well. If they go fast towards A, it's a 5 versus 2.
Yeah, it's a great call. They realize there's so much presence on Banana. Wrapping this A site could be very scary for Outsiders. When you've got 2 CTs on A, you can't really hold top mid. That leaves options open. Still 45 seconds here, but NiP have been stalled slightly by the nades. And that's allowed Kicker to rotate into CT. Staying tight angle, but Rez hits the headshot.
More to do, 30 seconds. Kicker and Chiron trying to do what they can. Kicker continues. 2-on-2. Long rotation for Jame. And the bomb's been planted. No util. They'll have to be so careful. They won't know where he's coming from either. There's no kit for these 2 players of Outsiders. We'll see if they pick one up on the way. Does Kicker swing out? Indeed he does. Jame posting up as well. He's got to be careful about the pit. He's seen the arm config. Great burst from him. And down goes Kicker. Unless he's given something, Jame will have to fall back. NiP move into the lead, and this time they have broken the money of Outsiders. I've done the maths.
Yeah, it's all good. This time, it is definitely broken. I think you can see in the retake there, James is almost set up. Like, he's half committed to the retake, half thinking to himself, if KitKat gets a kill, I'll commit. If not, I'll just save. Because that AWP can be valuable, can do damage, as we always say. NiP, though, really nice round from them. And Brolan, he turned away from that flash on Banana while on top of that wall and just instantly flicked back. That's some really impressive mechanics from him. That's what allowed them to get the man advantage that made them comfortable coming back to the A bomb site. It's actually NiP's turn to take a timeout.
Their first of the game.
I mean, these rounds can be hairy because you know that James has an AWP, and you've got to make sure you don't let that, get in your head.
Well, let's not forget round 2.
Sure.
They need to refocus on a round such as this.
It's also just slightly different to a gun round, right? You need to know, if you see that AWP of James, what do you want the team's response to be? You just want to run and go to the other bomb site? It's not like a standard gun round. So I like that they take that time. And Alexi's got a Mac 10. So maybe NiP will keep with the pace, or maybe he just wants to farm those pistol players.
He could take the additional risks and find the info that they were lacking on that round where they pushed into a stack. Now, if they are going to use all their mollies before they make it to a site, I am curious to see the timing. See if there's room for error correction to wait out a crucial counter nade from the likes of Outsiders. So Alexi B's dumped most of his grenades already, so he can be the information man. He can swing without losing too much if he falls. Are they going to send it straight in? We can see Flit holding the smoke now, just jiggling. Indeed, there is the send. The Mac 10 is going through. There's one job done, but there are many more. Fame and Chiron putting in some frags. Flit's been dropped, but now with that Mac 10, things could get dangerous. Headtrick had to deliver that frag. That keeps the B bomb site open for them. That second kill, they could consider it. Config somewhat alone with the bomb now. James wondering which is the play to make. Scary for Config to rotate with James somewhere on the map. He has the gap. And he has the frag. Rez with the bomb on one side with Headtrick on the other. And James rotating as well. This is going to get even scarier. There's no grenades, there's no smokes, there's no flashes for NiP to help the bomb cross to the site. Headtrick's got 2 HP. All the ingredients are here for this to be a disaster, but he doesn't find a USP angle. And NiP will secure the round.
Oh, Headtrick scared me with that peek, man. I thought he was playing up top so that he could swing with his teammate once he arrived on the site and they could just double peek CT. But he might have been scared that James would sneak up into ruins, so just goes for the fight, and it's an unexpected enough angle. Good shot again. Headtrick has been bailing them out of a couple of situations now with that AK, but now it's Headtrick's time to shine with the AWP, his main weapon of choice. Meanwhile, James still has his on the CT side. And so often, Outsiders are starting with this 3B stack. Doing it again here, wanting to go for the banana control. They've got some good utility down to clear NiP out.
One step at a time for NiP. So far, so good on his T side. Well, the score is so far, so good. All the rounds, not so true. Again, that second round was a nightmare. And if there are more rounds like that to come, they must be able to avoid disaster. Creeping up banana now. 4 of the 5 players. Config will be the lurker. Offering something to Outsiders on the A-bomb site. But Chiron's rotating towards B. Forward smoke from the ninjas. KitKat can see beyond it. Starting to head back towards A now. With an AWP on short, we can often see them start heading forward to clear top mid. 30 seconds remain. James holding position. KitKat's curious. Roland waiting, but loses the duel. A quick swipe and KitKat sees no one is here, but the bomb is heading in this direction. Config, how about that for a response? I don't think they saw the bomb on the def cam. Flit has got some work to do. Off angle from him. Alexi B taken down. Big action. Another smoke push and the trade. They're forcing their way in. 9 seconds to plant a bomb. Flit trying to stop it from happening. No more util for the CTs.
Bomb goes down. Headtrick still has that AWP, which can be so powerful in these post plants. There's no utility for outsiders. There's no kit right now. So they're upping the pace on the retake. It's Rez who spots them early. Still waiting for further fights. Headtrick eventually gets involved. Both players stacked in the same position for NiP, and outsiders have to tap that bomb. Finally they do. They're going to bait Headtrick in, but another shot lands, and James realizes it's go time. Time to get out of there. Headtrick with yet another multi-kill, and NiP are rolling on this T side.
Very fast decision making there. Losing their Banana player, running straight back to Banana, expecting the rotation. That's a big pressure duel to win as well. Kicker, great work from him. You can see there's so much action on the map, cutting off the rotation with the off angle and CT spawn. Kicker looking for the info after that frag. He thinks it's a lurker. It was. But then they come for revenge, and Lexi B is quite happy with the situation at the moment. Where's the high five? There we go. Get there in the end. 6-3, 3-round lead now as we see the third timeout for outsiders, trying to get a grip of this game. There's a world where they don't make it to playoffs.
Yeah, that was a round where, so the plan for NiP was always to come back to B, but they had a brief moment of hesitation when they saw all that aggression on Banana. It actually works out nicely though, because outsiders thinks they've cleared it out late enough in the round. NiP come back to B with a quick entry kill. And Headtrick has been the best player on the server by far in this series. He's been so reliable, so consistent at putting up multi-kills, and his impact has been high with every frag he's getting.
12-3 against outsiders. How many people can claim that?
Early group to A from NiP. Maybe another faster play for them on the cards here.
James holding on to long if he can. But the smokes are coming his way. He'll be forced forward. Eats a flashbang, but he holds position for now. I think they've seen him. Down goes one. Bomb carrier is next up. Things become awkward immediately. Their timing has to be good. Fame holding the angle now.
Oh,
James on the other side. Bomb is indeed dropped, as are most of NiP. Headtrick and Config remain. This was a low util round for outsiders. NiP picking this one to go fast. But James on long with the AWP. Quite troublesome. 2 kills for him so far. Fame coming through. Config in the clutch. He's got so much to do if he chooses to go for it. 42 seconds. Bomb thoroughly lost. No one in mid. Trade frag situation. In this position, you can see Kicker is waiting. Flit just jiggling, showing some shoulder. There's one, but Flit will trade. 4th round for outside is exactly what they needed.
Yeah, surprised that bomb went up through a long, actually. I thought it would come in through short, and those long players would just be trying to wrap. But as soon as that long side of the push gets shut down, I mean, that bomb is so far away. You've got so much to do. James did a really nice job at being able to get through the smoke and then back to the bomb site. Those early 2 kills making a big difference, and you can see Alexi showing a little frustration. Got to keep your head in the game, though, as the leader of the team. I'm sure he'll be right back in it for this round. Still a buy for NiP. Not bad nades towards top Banana. Flit will feel the brunt of them. And NiP are getting given this Banana control in almost every round.
Wow.
Good nade back.
Straight on the head. Minute 20 on the clock. NiP still edging forward. James interested in what's happening on Banana.
Just wanted to come see for himself. Now he's going to go back to A.
Yeah, show some presence, and he's out of there immediately. Are they reading that there's 3 players towards B? You can see some urgency towards top mid from NiP and how far back the A players are playing.
Wow. NiP now go back to B. The rotation's going both ways. But it looks like NiP might have got the better read here.
Yeah, you know James likes to take a shot and then rotate. So their timing might work out for them as Kikkert's the only man here. But he might have bought some delay. We can see he's got a great angle on the smoke as well. And he could get a free one if his timing is right. Rez got to be careful. Kikkert is really slowing them down when they're so vulnerable on the B bomb site. Dropping a flashbang for his teammate so he can swing. Brolan just sending it though with 2.
Oh.
And that just might be that. The timing for NiP will surely lead them for a 7th round.
Just when you think outsiders might start to figure the round out, Brolan gets 2 entries, and this is so often the case on Inferno. If you could have players just kind of overperform on the T side and get 1 kill when maybe they shouldn't, it makes it almost impossible for the CTs to react. And NiP have a lot of sharp riflers on their team. Beautifully done by NiP with limited utility. I think they realized we've just got to rely on pace. We've got to rely on Brolan hard clearing CT and assuming there's no one on the site. Outsiders will still save 3 guns. So that keeps them competitive. But NiP are the ones taking more rounds right now.
NiP have won 6 of the last 7 rounds. Reset after the pistol, let's not forget. But they stabilized and then some. That second round was horrifying for NiP, but it feels a world away now as they are in control at the moment. Heading to round 12. Outsiders need to figure this one out. James has the AWP again, as we saw that round on long. If he's in the right place at the right time, it's really hard to trade the frags. Might be another fast one from Ninjas in Pajamas. Well, showing some presence at the very least. Outsiders retracting immediately. Giving it up straight away. Forced back, denied information. James in that long position once more. But what will the timing be like towards B? We saw Kikkert slow things down quite a bit on his own. In Kikkert, they trusted until Brolan decided to swing through. Flitz here as well. Static on A outsiders, no one moving.
NiP are doing such a good job at keeping outsiders back. Outsiders never going for info plays, always on the back foot. They never know what's coming. Kicker able to get 1, but he's blinded. And players pushing from above. 2 more entries. Flit desperately looking for something back. Because if they don't get a kill soon, this retake is so hard. But more damage done. Look at the health of the NiP players.
Config's slowing them down though. He's been lurking in that mid position. He got a kill in library and he stopped that rotation from happening. They had to deal with him and he's dealt with the round for NiP from the back. Can't afford to lose any more outsiders. Ninjas in Pajamas, the pop flash plays, keeping it simple. Showing presence, forcing outsiders back, denying them info. And then a nasty surprise. Numbers abuse towards B with the flashbangs. Over the top they go. The lurk play from Config, slowing the rotation, separating the help from that B bomb site. Very nicely done.
Really impressive showing here from NiP. I think the cohesion looks just so much better. And the conviction behind the calls from Alexi. You can see he is just making sure they stick together as a unit in a lot of these rounds.
Do outsiders try to take all of Banana then? To slow down NiP. They've got a fair amount of utility. The HE grenades as well. NiP has started abusing their early control. They'll start with 3 plays again, outsiders in that Banana position. And yes, they are trying to take all of Banana, but it has been costly already.
That's fine for NiP. Big commitment of utility from outsiders, a 4v4 which opens up the map, and that means they say some could be vulnerable, but Rez unable to get the timing right.
Whoa, careful. Jane is lurking. They weren't sure if Banana was clear or not, but things go quiet there as Fame tries to deliver more. Smoking a bit, takes a second, down to 44 HP, wondering when it would pop. But these pushes have been hard for Ninjas in Pajamas in scenarios such as this, swinging out together now, but Chiron delivers too. Difficult for Head Trick. I think he sees 2 in library now, based on the jump and the smoke grenade. Bomb planted. Can he clutch it though? Looking for second, third, and fourth frags in this round. Fame still in the pit. That's a big problem that has to be dealt with. Moving to double stack. Wondering about top mid, but there are still two players on long. He could still be on a site for as much as they know. Fame making some steps now. Got the information for his squad. They can move together and try and trade frag unless Headtrick can find a clutch here. Inviting them. Down goes James. Down. It's just Flit now. 1 versus 1 to stop the 4K for Headtrick. Has he done enough now? Is there time to defuse the bomb? It's going to be a real close one. Has he done the work, Headtrick? Or are they going to clutch the round outsiders? Oh, they'll just get there in time.
Oh, Flit just about crosses before Headtrick sees him. It's such a shame because Headtrick has been playing so well. You almost want him to get a fair fight. You almost feel like he's winning all of his fair fights right now. What a way to maneuver in the 1v3 to even make it possible. Chiron did great work on the site initially, but then Headtrick, he comes so close there. Really impressive for this young man to be having so much impact. Nearly clutching a big round there, but still NiP in a good position. Again, they group up early with 4 players towards A. Looking for this early map control, as they have been going for consistently. This time, Outsiders only with 2 CTs on A, including the AWP of Jame back on site. This is so scary for the CTs.
The timing of this incendiary, though, 3 players in the apartments. Perfect utility.
Yeah.
Just solving the biggest problem before it arises. And the timing is completely ruined for NiP. Plan A to plan B, perhaps. Still 10 players up. Flit starting to wonder about the banana position. Rotation starting to come in towards A. So disengagement from the balcony. But what exactly are they going for here, NiP?
James still on long. Molly forces him into the open, and he decides to give up on that angle. Wrap up long looks likely, but James and Kicker both combining for the long hold. Kicker does damage. James still here.
Yeah, they've seen the bomb again in that long position. This time the bomb rotates over towards the short side. But James has delivered from this angle as well. Tags Brolan through the barrel. 20 seconds. Chiron has to be dealt with. He's still standing for now. Oh, Chiron, he's running out of bullets. Look how red they were. That could have been everything. Maybe Flit can do the rest. Headtrick with 4 HP, trying to plant a bomb. He's seen his head, or has he? Maybe the res is different for Flit. Surely he gets this one. Elbow will be enough. Big fight on the A bomb site. Outsiders really needed that one, and they found it.
I'm sure they're very relieved they win that one. Back to the AWP for Flit just before the defuse. Smiles on their faces. There were so many flashes going both ways there. Chiron was incredibly blind on the site. I'm not sure how Chiron gets away with the second kill there. I thought Rez had him on that wrap from long. And that might have been the critical moment in the round when he overperforms from that position, stuck on the site while briefly blind. Before the final round of this first half, NiP decide to take a timeout. They want to make sure they've got a good chance getting 9 rounds at the half. Whatever happens, it's a solid showing here from NiP on Inferno in this first half. Definitely showing that they are going to be very competitive on this decider map.
Outsiders looking to get some late rounds now. Still going down to the 1v1, and you can see how much it means. That's great energy for the rest of the squad. See them all trying to encourage James, keep him focused. Pop off like that is fantastic, especially with the other team occasionally shouting over. Outsiders a quiet squad, but that's the kind of banner man they need, screaming in victory. They need these CT rounds. Pressure only rises in the second half. Outsiders with a take of banana this time. Again, the smoke is down at the bottom. This time they don't lose any players. Chiron will leave all his grenades on B. Head over back towards the A-bomb site. Kicker will have the one smoke in the B area. Flit with an incendiary. NiP just taking their map control, showing their presence. We can see the bomb is in second mid at the moment. Those chunky grenades again, softening them up for later.
And you like your food to be soft. Yes, flip or gobble up Brolant. More aggression at the ready. Spray to the body. Alexi was hoping to deny the banana control, but now Outsiders have full control. Not any longer. Hedrick hits the headshot. Now Outsiders have to consider that B site a possibility, and Chiron, almost caught with poor timing, decides to tuck back, but Rez swings him. Still Hedrick goes down, but CT is wide open.
Heading towards B. Kicker surely gets a free kill based on the possibility of him being absolutely anywhere. It's going to be really hard to deal with this. They're looking for an own config, looking to deliver. Rez has to do it now. The pre-fire from Kicker will be good enough. A late comeback from Outsiders. Just one round between these squads at half-time. Someone's going home. Find out who after the break.
Welcome everyone to In Your Head, the segment where we ask IGLs about the other IGLs and have them rate them on a scale from nap time to hair loss. And we're talking about a very interesting one, Jame.
Jame is probably the most annoying to play against.
I hate their playstyle. I would say slight tilt.
Hair loss. If we're winning, you're falling asleep during the game. Like when they're saving all the time, nap time, you know?
Why?
When Jamie is saving, you can rest a little bit.
Okay.
That's nap time for sure.
Nap time.
Yeah, that's slow and like you only have to kill 3 people because then you know they will save, and you know that's just like nice and relaxed, I think.
It doesn't impress Giga Chad.
No.
But then you also have hair loss when I'm pushing and retaking and he's still holding me.
He's one of the smartest IGLs out there. He has really good reads on the game and he has a good system.
There's no easy rounds to win against his team. He's saving a lot.
Killing Jame while he's saving is can be better than a trophy itself. Because,
They always have money to buy and he's always got an AWP in his hands.
For me, it's hair loss to play against them, you know?
I would say Desk in danger. I've had good points where I thought I was smarter than him, and then we'd play another match versus them, and then they would just absolutely destroy us.
He's definitely thinking like big picture, like every single round to try to have that mind games part of the round as well.
I would maybe say Desk in danger. I mean, I think it's really annoying to play against.
On T sides, they play really, really slow and they try to control, sit, make a decision, control, sit, make a decision, and you can read what they're doing.
face-to-face kills, I think he wants me 10-1 at each game, I think. Has to.
But he's good at it, so
Yeah.
let's give him some credit.
Of course.
I mean, it's a playstyle they play around. So
Exactly.
Yeah.
How do you think the other IGLs would rate you?
I don't know. Maybe I'm genius, maybe I'm biter. For me, I'm hair loss.
Get your plugs out because Jame is absolutely hair loss, full hair loss. Say the panel. That was absolutely amazing for Apex. Can be bigger than winning a trophy to take a saving James AWP away, and it can often be so hard. I can understand that one.
Hey,
Well,
Hooksy was the one guy who said nap time. To be fair to him, the only one. Shout out to Hooksy.
Well, Blade's comments were interesting as well in terms of their T side waiting, making a play, making a decision. Very difficult to read what they're up to. Let's see how their T side is shaping up in this pistol round. James and Flit will be the utility men. James like channeling his inner Sanji with all the support grenades that we've seen from them. Although he's not really sending it as Sanji would. Those are jobs for other people. He'll be in the back rather than the front. And again, a slow round from outsiders. Kicker says hello. Roland makes a step with the Julies. Very brief engagement. Just brushing up against each other. B looks somewhat more sinister though with outsiders' intentions. Head trick will spot one, spot a few more now. Super Mario Brothers bouncing into the site, trying to avoid the angles and the headshots. Head trick will be the first to receive. Down goes Rez as well. Chiron delivering. Config and Brolan in trouble. A lot of trouble. Brolan is so far away. Config's got to do it on his own now. Very difficult to push. The left side's an unknown for him. The Julies are here though. What is the play? 2 plays of Kevlar versus the 4 of outsiders. Play is to keep the Kevlar.
Get the hell out of that. This is the nap time portion that some of the in-game leaders were talking about earlier. Outsiders too good for NiP in this round, as they were able to come back to that A-bomb site. Just quickly run it over, and even saving isn't guaranteed. Config lands 1 shot. Brolan, is this dually range? Apparently so. I do love these dually skins. The racing livery on the dual Berettas. There we go. Outsiders off to a good start in this second half. And again, we had them as pretty decent favorites coming into this series. Just felt like NiP had, a lot going on with Config coming into the lineup. I mean, Config's even been saying he's only got half a strat book. He hasn't really been fully brought up to speed. But Outsiders also have their recent addition of Chiron. So maybe that is affecting their play somewhat. Still a close matchup here between these two, though.
NiP not really leaving much money in the hole for an AWP on the buy round. It's a full investment into this one. Let's not forget how instrumental Head Trick was in terms of fragging in the first half. How needed will he be in the second? 3 smoke grenades for Ninjas in Pajamas to try and delay outsiders. Now we can see we can compare the approaches on this anti-force buy round on the T side. Both teams winning their T pistol, of course. NiP failed in this round. James just poking. Not quite a stack from NiP like we saw in the other half. The spam of the Deagle. He's got 1 shot left, misses it. No one to help, really. Res by the well, flash does not come in time at all. And at this point, the remaining 3, they could just hold on to this for the next round. Roland could drop the Julies to another player. Rez is past the point of no return, though, with Chiron there with the AK-47. But the timing will work out for him.
Again, not bad from Hedrick. Got the reload off, got the second kill. But that rotate not quick enough, as you pointed out. I think if Rez is there a little sooner, the flash could have been a real interesting wrinkle thrown into the round. But not in this universe, not in this timeline. Outsiders back into the lead. And NiP holding a couple of guns. Roland's got some dualies in his back pocket also, which can be chucked over to a teammate. Yeah, this is where Outsiders could start just grinding out T rounds. If NiP can't get a read on exactly what the timing of these pushes is going to be, it can be very hard to stop Outsiders.
Julie's a pass to Alexi B. A 5-7 will be here as well. Still a dangerous round. Utility being dropped. Two or three smoke grenades. LXB has the smoke again. There might be another one on the floor. For them to burn, trying to slow outsiders down. Hot flash and the swing. Doesn't go too far, Flit. Considered peeking Coffin, chose not to. May or may not have shown some shoulder. Minute remains. Roland now alone on the B-bomb site. He has the smoke. He can buy some time with his FAMAS. Grenades start to stream in. Where does the smoke go, though? We can see the main concentration for NiP will be on the A-bomb site, and they're staying there. Roland trying to stay alive now, dodging the fire. Look how many flashes are coming his way. Delivering the first kill. Rotation begins. So many players here. Can he find another one? He won't be able to. Still armor and a rifle to be considered saving. To consider saving for NiP. LXCB dropped, and that will be an immediate disengagement. Save some money for the next round. We might see the AWP for head trick. Outsiders moving to 10. Building some cash as well. Second half just beginning again. If you're joining us late, the loser of this series will be eliminated from IEM Katowice.
Winner continues their run in the lower bracket. OG awaits whoever can keep themselves in the tournament by winning this series. I think both these teams would have a decent chance against OG. That'll be a good matchup for either of these squads. Pretty balanced between all of those teams. I think they're all at a similar level right now, based on what we've seen. James trying to come up with something for this first gun round. NiP have got that AWP out from head trick, as you were pointing out. Don't know if he'll be able to go too aggressive. There's not that many options for it on Inferno, unless outsiders are willing to fight him on mid or banana.
He's got a good spawn.
He has got a good B
it's a
spawn.
banana. I wonder if they burn a smoke, trying to avoid the molly. Going for the aggressive angle, ahead of the molly, in fact. They will burn the smoke. Flit, does he dare? Oh, the timing is absolutely perfect. That's the kind of 5v4 NiP we're looking for. Early advantage if they can sit on it. More junk being thrown their way. How do outsiders respond, though? Do they read 3 players maybe towards B?
Well, the banana control will still be taken by outsiders, as head trick was forced off by the flash. And NiP, despite being up a man, are taking a little risk. Alexi has briefly left the B-bomb site. He will come back now to help head trick, though. Still a little bit of utility for these B players. Alexi's incendiary will force them into the B-bomb site. Head trick isolated on the site itself right now, though, and he can't reposition in time. Clean entry, and it could be a clean site take now for outsiders.
Deep molly to stop Alexi B doing much of anything in response. Their own deep molly. They tried to separate the forces, but that was such a great entry from Kicker. Alexi B taking liberties, though. Will they be expecting this creeping around the smoke? Is anyone checking this angle? Down goes Chiron. That's got to be a big question mark for outsiders. Continuing to swing. No respect being shown. James forced to the molly, leaving Fame in a 1 versus 4. How about that for a response? Alexi B understanding the mission. There's more to do, though. Lining them up, Fame. Does he think that's a diffuser because Rez is still on it? Now he finds out the hard way. Bold, brazen moves on the B-bomb site from Ninjas in Pajamas to stay in contention and take the round.
Those first fights on the retake are everything. And Alexi comes in and just sneakily takes away the initial frag that is so helpful. It's still not bad for outsiders. You get that bomb down, and you're already cooking with gas for the next one. You see NiP just able to get so many players onto the site. Yeah, Fame saves his AK. Still money for the buy for outsiders. Still going to be a sticky one for NiP. Ooh, decent nade down mid. And banana control established by NiP early. They've cleared out both sides of banana, so Config can just focus on the longer range angle.
Fifth grenade in spawn. Waiting out the util, Outsiders. There's plenty of time for them to do that.
I like that Head Trick is repositioned to be just in time to get here on this angle. I think he has been flashed off, and ooh, the Incendiary hits him in the butt on the way back. So that should be Outsiders getting banana control and opening up their options in this round.
Denial of information is the order of the day. Heading towards the B bomb site now, Outsiders. 34 seconds on the clock. No one top mid, no info for NiP on the A bomb site. What is here for them? Save this AWP. Head Trick avoids the shot. That's a great flick from him. Less than half a second to see that one. 4-on-4 now. Again, the mollies have forced the angles away so they can plant the bomb. They've got 15 seconds to do so. Trying to find an angle. Actually, he did tag Flit, but Fame was able to fight back, punish the tracers. NiP might be done with this one. Can be very costly to go for the retake here. They don't want to lose it all. But they will certainly lose the round. Outsiders extending their lead to 11. Head Trick, Brolan, Rez remain. They can still do a fair amount with this, despite the early control towards B, Banana, etc. They'll still lose the round to the 4 of Outsiders.
B site executes too strong right now. And it is tough for NiP. They're not really able to hold on to the utility as well as they would want. That's normally how you slow down or try and deny some of these executes. Those tight choke points on Inferno allow counter utility to be powerful. NiP used a fair few of their nades on taking Banana initially, and they didn't really get enough out of it because Head Trick got flashed off the angle. They kind of had to concede. And yes, you bought some time with those mollies down Banana, but it means that the B site is susceptible to an execute where you can't use the counter utility too well. So NiP with another timeout here. They've done well to stay competitive in this series, but they don't just want to be competitive. They want to make sure they win this one and stay in the tournament. Right now they are 11-9 down, and it feels like Outsiders are starting to take control on this T side, winning 4 of the first 5 rounds in this second half. What's the response from NiP? Oh, this is a switch up from Head Trick with the AWP in the apartments this time.
Love to see it. Vintage Inferno vibes. He has support from Brolan. Flashbang is avoided. Did he see the barrel of the gun? I don't think so. Not completely backing off. Chiron knows he has to be careful. Unlikely the AWP is there alone. Can't just chase it down. NiP have to be successful here.
And they're baiting out these incendiaries early, Outsiders. They're really doing a good job at that. You can see both B players between them don't have that much left now. A smoke and a flash.
Yeah, Rez is coming over though with a smoke and an incendiary. So he can offer a bit extra. Pop flash as well. Alexi B up to some nonsense. Flit's ready for it though. Won't get him that easily. Now, do they think there's only one player here? Because there is a crossfire, but Outsiders have still got 3 players waiting towards A. And this is a short play we talk about. You don't really see it from Jane, but most AWPers will try to clean top mid from that short position. Spots 2. He knows Kickert's around the corner. But they still don't know where the bomb is. 23 seconds, and it could be either site. They haven't got vision of Banana. Flit's just leaving that spot. Wherever Outsiders go, it's a 4 versus 2. Sound heard towards that A bomb site. Head Trick delivering, but he's got much more work to do. Going for the flick. Won't miss it. Won't hit it. 3-on-2. NiP done. Last 2 players on the B bomb site. They had to win this one, and they haven't. Big problems are ahead for them, especially as we're getting into the late rounds here.
Oh, it's tough, man. Head Trick with that AWP stays on that A site. And it is a really hard position to play with that sniper. You see him get one, but Brolan wasn't committed to the site with him. He was focused on long initially. Outsiders fully come in through short, And if there were a player in pit, for example, it could have been dicey. It could have been a nice crossfire for NiP, but they didn't have that. They had a player on long, maybe ready to rotate over to B if required. Outsiders go all in up short. And that's why the 4v4s can be so powerful on this map. You can split the sites. You can have a 4-on-2 against the CTs. Outsiders are back to their best right here with their calling. Always finding a way to get into a good position where they just have way more numbers hitting the site than their opponents.
I feel like Chiron's face is a good temperature check for Outsiders. See how well they're doing. Big smile on his face as they find momentum on their T side and break Ninjas. As we can see, the pistols are out. Plenty of issues now, plenty more issues for NiP to deal with.
This is a faster round from Outsiders. Everyone grouped into top mid. They don't have to commit off it, but it would be a pretty good call. Top mid completely open. A long completely open for Outsiders. This gives them so many options.
That gives them even more.
Wow.
Rotation to long still continues for Alexi B with that 5-7. Hedrick needed 2 frags there. There will be 0 though. That leaves Roland with the P2 with the 5-7. And Kickert is here to protect his brethren. And Rez will be the last man to fall. Pedestrian round for Outsiders. They just walk into control and do the rest with the AKs. Last time out for NiP now. AWP is out immediately for Hedrick. The 4-buy is coming, but is the round. 4 rounds behind. Outsiders 3 away from eliminating the Ninjas and moving on.
And they need the answer. They need the solution right now on the NiP side. The utility will be great. They'll have all the nades in the world. Maybe we'll see them try and hold that utility a little longer. It's been a lot of late rounds for Outsiders, but this one was slightly quicker, pushing in the mid round. Kick up with some lovely entries. Couple of nades left on the plant pot. That's a nice place to leave them. If you just leave them there every time, you'll know exactly where they are. You won't be scavenging in spawn. Desperately
Normally
looking for a nade that's
by the
rolled.
plant pot.
Very true.
Not grenades.
Not a bad place to hide them though, James. Maybe you can hide your flash there. Okay, Flip falls back with that utility going both ways. Oh, wow. Flip still able to go up over the top, though. So quick with an opener onto Alexi, who is having a tough game on Banana. 6 and 20 right now, and that leaves this player alone. Config able to hold for 1. Keeps himself alive, and with Hedrick's AWP arriving, Outsiders don't want to push this bomb site any longer.
Does he do a J-Mesk rotation and head towards A quickly? NiP started this half with 8 rounds. That was a long time ago. They don't have much to show for it, and they've lost everybody almost. Just Rez now. Hiding. Jame waiting on long though, misses his shot. Hedrick makes it doable, but Fame from out of nowhere, almost teleported down there. Great timing while his action elsewhere. So many sound cues for Rez. But again, the site is lost, the chances are lost. Round 23 and NiP have got 1 round in this half.
I mean, you just look at the kills on NiP. It's just been Hedrick. Like, where's the rest of the team? Where are the riflers? They were winning some rounds earlier where they didn't even need to get all the kills, right? That's obviously a factor, but on CT side, it's just not been here. NiP, it just seems like Outsiders always find an early trade in a round, right? And if you get that 1-for-1 trade early, if you can find that opener, it's so much easier to play the T side of Inferno. You are just in full control. You feel like you're toying with the CTs. The CTs are always on the back foot, not really sure where you're going to end up. Even with Jay missing that shot that he probably should have landed on long. NiP can't get into position in time. It's just been so often a 4v4. Outsiders hit a site, 4-on-2. And that's always going to be a great opportunity for the T's. Time to dig deep, NiP. If you want to stay in the tournament, you need something now.
Config could be in trouble, avoiding the flashes, landing the frag on Flit. 2 more players on Banana, just dancing between the fire. Can he cross though? Will Jame allow him to? He's able to. So much utility thrown on Banana. NiP retain the man advantage. Head trick on the short position with the AWP. Avoiding flashes himself. Does Fame, he must see something. Look, how about that for an entry from Fame? Green light on the A bomb site, but there are 3 players here for NiP. They've rotated in time. Roland on the high ground. LXCB behind the smoke. He's got to focus on long at the same time. Nice grenades, but the outsiders players, it's their turn to try and make their way in. Roland so blind in the open. Down he goes. Rez now has to deliver on the site. Isolated from his teammates. You can see LXCB trying to help as best he can. Creeping around the smoke. Down goes the bomb. 2 on 2. Make it 1. Config less than half health coming in from the library. Fame in the graveyard. Jame planting the bomb. Oh, he's seen the barrel of the gun. He knows exactly what's going on. Into the smoke, and Jame has the angle. Match point outsiders.
Oh, NiP, I thought, had this round. They had the advantage early. Finally, they win an early fight. I don't even know if Config was favored in that duel on Banana, but he won it. And it still wasn't enough here for NiP. Fame here with an incredibly important kill. Headtrick has been having a great game all day long, but it's him out of the round early. And even though Alexi was able to commit to the site for 1, he can't get out alive. Outsiders get into a good position, and it is a little too easy for outsiders right now. 15-9 in their favor. NiP on the verge of being eliminated from Katowice.
NiP at the mercy of outsiders in this half. Again, still just that solo round won by Diffuse. The Ninjas in Pajamas, and that was oh so long ago. 25 frags for Headtrick. Not enough though. Kicker entries once again. Just likes walking into B, doesn't he?
Oh, this is it.
And now the numbers are here. Alexi B's been spotted. Blind showing too much arm. How much can he do here? They're creeping around the grenade as well. It's merciless. It's cruel. 4 on 3. No kits for the remaining players. No flash for NiP. 1 smoke onto Brolan. Pushing into an AWP if it's needed. Flit traded, but the information and the numbers advantage is with the outsiders. 3 on 2. Brolan in the smoke. Chiron waiting for him. And now it's Rez, the last man standing for NiP. Trying to keep them in this tournament, but they'll be denied. Jame with the final frag. Outsiders eliminate NiP from Katowice.
After a slow start, they come back on the 2nd and 3rd map. Outsiders were our favorites, and they do hold on in this lower bracket. Still a long, long way to go for them, but definitely a better showing on that final map. They were in full control on Inferno. Worthy winners after that final map. And I'm glad to see outsiders adapting to their recent...